Chainlink daily update. This video today, we're going to look at moving averages, just like our first video in Bitcoin. So we're going to look at the daily charts primarily. Then we're also going to look at a couple indicators and see what we got for Link, see what it's taken in the past for Link to get out of this rut that we're in. Not just Link, but crypto-wide. What do we need to do? Let's get right to it. If you want more content than what you see here on YouTube, find our Telegram chat, link below. Go check it out now. What are you waiting for? You're watching this video. Got it. Let's get to it. 8. Fast talking. Daily chart. Moving averages. Let's get zoomed in here. What do we got? Well, our 200-day moving average is in the red. Our 100 is in the blue. Our 21-day is in the yellow. And our 50-day is in the green. Is this good or bad? Well, if you're familiar with charts at all, this is not the best, right? The best is when you're super bullish, you have these sorted out least to greatest, and you have your price action on top. And then not only that, but you want key separation between said moving averages. See this? See how massive Nuketown we get to, right? Link went parabolic from, $2 in the pandemic to $20, right? And not that long. And to get to that kind of price action again with any coin, not just Chainlink, you must get your moving averages sorted out with price action on top, and your pullbacks you'll want kind of basically hold that 21-day EMA, just like you see here. Perfect. Okay, but on the other hand, when you start mixing these up and getting tangled, it's tough for you to make any sustainable moves to the upside. So look at where we are for Chainlink now. Right now we're below all of the moving averages, with in danger of sorting these out greatest to least, which is the opposite of what you want, right? So this is why Link is continuing to struggle. It's trying to build up here, but you can think of these like little nets, right? You want to approach them you want them holding you up, right? Safety nets. You don't want them keeping you down, like T-Rex nets. I don't know. The Jurassic Park scene entered my mind there, where they shoot the net. No, but so that's the daily chart. Going out to the weekly, random tangents. What do we have? Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, the 100 week, right? That was where we bounced before, back in July. The 100 week, we came down here, closed right on it, right? There's the weekly candle. These are weekly candles now. We had a wick below it, right? But we didn't close there, right? We closed here, right at the 100 week. Wick down lower. How much lower? Well, let's go look. We went down roughly 12% under it. 12% under the 100 week. And then kaboom, out of there. Okay. So look at this again. Closed again back in December at the 100 week. How far did we go below it? Well, that time it was about 10, 11, 12% even. Very similar. So now the current 100 week is right at kind of our previous all-time highs, back at that $20 level. Look at this. This one closed at 1882 back in July of August of 2020. We even wicked up to $20 even. So coincidentally, we're right around that level again at the 100 week. So hopefully this holds true again if we continue this downwards momentum. I would like to, obviously turn around before then, but crisis averted if we can continue to hold this as big support on the weekly scale. So if we come down here again and say we do end up wicking down around 12%, that'll get us down around, $17, $18. So I would love, maybe we do that as the final capitulation. Bitcoin goes to like, 38, 35K, whatever it is, K. A lot of altcoins will get hit hard. And then maybe that's our final kind of shakeout. Because you notice that Bitcoin, Chainlink, a lot of coins, usually before their macro kind of momentum switches back in a big level to the upside, you usually always have a kind of final capitulation wick. I mean, look there, right? Look there before continuing up. Wick down before continuing up. Like there's a wick, but that's the initial fall. But any time before you have a bigger move, you not just Link, right? Bitcoin does this too. You have these final capitulation wicks. So look at this wick right here, right? You're catching the drift. I mean, look at the pandemic area. So can we turn around sooner? Yeah. Could this have been the final kind of dip? Yeah, that could be the low, but maybe we still have, one more final one before hopefully macro level up going into springtime and the rest of 2022. So let's remove our Crayola crayons and let's zoom out. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so we have the RSI. Well, let's start on the weekly, right? We've looked at this, the lower highs, right? We're coming down. We have to reverse this. Let's take out these highs, these two peaks here, which we were at the $35 level when these happened. So if we could do that again, you know, get above 59.60 on the weekly, that'd be great. How about the daily? Let's go look. Well, we just made a lower low on the daily RSI. So we've reversed that downtrend officially when we did that. So now, in order to not continue back down this hill, we need to take out this high, right? That's how you reverse trends. Either take out the lower low to reverse that uptrend, or take out the higher high to take out the uptrend. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go look at what else we got. The momentum. How about the stochastic RSI? Look at on the daily here. We're trying to cross up, but unfortunately, it doesn't always work as a bounce, as you can see here. You don't always get the bigger move to the bounce up. And you want to look for the stochastic or your momentum up in this gray shaded area before you can really have more concrete certainty that you're going to have a bigger move to the upside. So you can get these little fake outs every now and again. So hopefully, you know, in the not so distant future, in the next handful of weeks, we can somehow crack up here on the daily and also on the weekly. You can see how our weekly, we're kind of like stalling out here like a plane. We don't want to go all the way back down here. That would be rough. So maybe if we come back down and then kind of reverse kind of back in this area, like with this kind of hesitant area for Link, this around this 50 level. I mean, look at all these like kind of hesitations here. Here's one here, 50, around that 50 level, around the 50 level. See this peak, right? And then this peak, kind of this zone right here for Link, for whatever the Bermuda Triangle zone here for momentum for Link. So we need to get up above, you know, this area. Let's if we can fly the friendly skies up in here, then we can perhaps get going in the bigger way for Chainlink. So let's not forget to remove said Picasso, and let's go see what else we got. How about the ADX and the I? Heard of that guy? Yep. On the weekly chart, we're still battle back and forth, right? We tried to get it last week. Link did okay, but now the bears are in you know, close proximity of taking back over here. So on the weekly scale, we'd love to continue this battle, but the good sign is, you know, the ADX, the orange line down here is pretty low. So not much power in either move right now, as long as you're down here. You see when Link does very well, right? You have your ADX line right here. I know it's hard to see. It's the lighter orange line. You want your bulls on top, your green on top, followed by your ADX. That's what you want to be looking for to get those bigger moves. And unfortunately, just right now, we're just in a battle zone. We're kind of in no man's land. So just take it easy, day at a time. Nothing's too crazy right now. So it's just, we're in the kind of the boring phase of the market. We'll get back at it soon enough. So that was the weekly. This is the daily now. The bears have just short term at least taken back over. We're now on top, but at least the ADX is falling, so the strength has fallen out. I would expect this battle to kind of continue over the next several days, back and forth maybe. Hopefully going into February, the end of January, we get, you know, all of crypto going back to the upside, and, you know, we'll take it a day at a time. That's why we're making daily updates. Just keep you well informed during the lull and the boring parts of the markets. There's not a whole lot to focus on, right? So it's not super important that you just stay up to date. It's just we're making daily updates just to let you know if there's anything big happening or if I see anything in the market. Otherwise, we just kind of throw out some more information to keep you learning a day at a time, just a little bit. Maybe you can just pick up something a little bit over, you know, many days or many weeks at a time. Maybe you'll start to become slowly a better trader. So that's why I started my channel, just to try to help those out that need more help. And if you need more help than what you hear here, there's a lot of hears going on. Okay, so I've lost my frame of mind now. Let's just forget it. Rewind 15 seconds, pretend I didn't say any of that, and let's go look at the crypto fear and greed index. That's why we do unedited. Sometimes it's fun to hear a true person be stupid. All right, so we had our initial drop down, we rise up, a lower low, right? Came back down to the platform, to the base, and then kind of just back up again, and then flatline. Look at where we're doing now. We're still repeating very similar moves. Big drop, fake out up, lower low down, kind of just flatline for a while. So there's that kind of final capitulation back down to that floor before moving back up again. So we'll see if we get that in the next, handful of days, handful of weeks, whatever it may be. We'll take it a day at a time. Quote of the day: a single twig breaks, but the bundle of twigs is strong. Stick together. Don't carry single sticks. It'll break. Car of the day: the Bugatti Chiron. Looks familiar. Yeah, I do that on purpose. I try to match the pictures to my cars. Get it? I got another one right back there somewhere. I got a red one right there. Looks just like this, but it's red instead of green. Get it? That should have been our Christmas cars. What are we doing? I should have, put Santa in the driver's seat and Mrs. Elf in the other seat. Mrs. Elf, Mrs. Claus. I don't know where we're going here. Santa's a two-time. All right, I think that's all we got on this one. For the 6 of you that watch my videos every day, thank you. It'll be more fun soon enough. When the prices start going back up again, we'll do much more, and people get happier. Majority of crypto's gone, so if you're still here, you'll do better than most. All right, I'll see you soon.